going to be doing another great fun activity. We're going to be learning about mandalas. We're going to be learning about mandalas in nature, and we're going to be learning about mandalas that we can create. I have 3 planned activities for us, and I can't wait to start. All right, so let's begin.
But before we begin, I want to start off by defining what a mandala is. A mandala is a circular structure with radial symmetry, meaning that the design radiates out symmetrically from the center. Here are some examples. What's great about radial symmetry is that it exists in nature as well as in math. We're going to go ahead and look at our first activity. Let's start with the first activity, creating a mandala using dry foods in your pantry. Take a look in your pantry and see what you can find. For me, I was able to find macaroni shells, some dry beans, some marshmallows, and some corn. What you'll do next is kind of decide what you're going to start with. I always like starting with like the larger item that I'm going to use to create the mandala with. So I decided to start with marshmallows. And then from there, you're going to just kind of frame it and create your first circular shape. And from there, you can then decide like what you're going to use next to either to put in the interior of the marshmallows. So you'll just watch what I'm doing in terms of like what I've used to kind of design my mandala, and then go from there. Really, it's entirely up to you how you want this to look like, what textures you want to highlight first, and what colors you may want to start with first. Use your imagination, explore your options, and see what you come up with. Like play around with the different items that you're going to be using for your mandala. If you don't like it, you can always start all over again. And then take into consideration of different textures, like the beans are smooth, the marshmallows are thick and white, and the macaronis are curly. So when you add those all together, it just kind of gives it this really fun pattern. Coming to the end of my design, and I'm just kind of putting in the final touches, adding little details with the black beans. So this is pretty much my final design. What I like about the mandala art pieces is that they're really just great way to create all these different types of textures and these like different layers just by following a simple technique, which is just kind of a repetitive practice and pattern making. I hope you enjoyed the first activity. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the second activity. In the second activity, we're going to be creating mandalas in nature using rocks, pine cones, pine needles, etc.
Hey scholars, this is Miss Tessino again. You must be wondering why I'm outside. I'm actually in my backyard, and I thought this would be a great time to do an activity with you guys, trying to look for different elements in the outdoors to create an art piece. Now, the reason why my camera is all crooked is because my daughter Hannah, say hey Hannah,
Hi.
is actually helping me out and holding the camera. So,
I can't hold it anymore.
Okay, baby.
Look at flower.
Say hi, Hannah.
Look at this beautiful dandelion.
That's right.
So, we're gonna do an activity.
Yes, we're gonna do an activity. We're gonna be collecting materials outside to create an art piece. Doesn't that sound fun?
Can I collect some pine cones?
Yep, we're gonna collect some pine cones. What else do you want to collect?
Some rocks.
And what else do you want to collect?
Some pine needles that are brown.
Okay, so 3 items that we're gonna be able to find.
Leaves. Don't forget leaves.
Okay.
And beautiful flowers.
And beautiful flowers. So our list, Hannah wants to do, is she wants to collect
Some sticks.
pine cone sticks, rocks, and some pine needles,
And some flowers.
so that we can create.
Flowers.
Okay, Hannah. So we can create a mandala art piece. All right, we're back. So we collected some rocks and some dandelions.
And so these flowers.
Yes, these little weird flowers that Hannah wanted to add to the art piece. Okay, everyone. So what we're gonna do now is, excuse the noise. I live on a main road, but this part of the art has to be done outside. So, anyways. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sort out all of our pieces. You saw them. We have rocks and pine cones and leaves. And then we're going to start to kind of build out an exterior circular frame and then work our way around in that frame. It's kind of difficult to film this and talk at the same time. So I'm going to just kind of put a pause in me talking, and then we're going to go ahead and do the work. So this is the final piece that we did together. You see how we kind of incorporated the rocks, the pine needles, and the pine cones, as well as the dandelions that Hannah picked. And she decided to keep one for herself.
All right, so let's recap some terminology. First, a mandala is a circular structure with radial symmetry. And radial symmetry means that the design radiates out symmetrically from the center. Those are the 2 key elements that you need to create a mandala.
Now that we have an understanding of what mandalas are, I'd love to know what you've learned. Do you have a better understanding of radial symmetry? Was it an activity that you enjoyed or not? So in the beginning I said that we were going to be doing 3 activities. We've only done 2. In the next video, we're going to tackle the last activity. All right, so before I go, I just want to let you guys know that when you're done creating your artwork, I want you to take a picture of it. You have 2 options of how you can send it to me. You can post it on IG if you have your own Instagram account with the hashtag AFVisualArts, or you can email it to me directly. I will place all that information in the description below. Okay, I can't wait to see your work. Bye, everyone.